Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do our early games pregame show, so we'll call it our early games postgame show, late games pregame / halftime show, because one game's at halftime and two are late in the second quarter, so we'll just call it a pregame and a halftime and late game pregame halftime show plus the early games postgame show. We'll break down all of today's NFL action, and I've got a story from this past week to report to you, but we'll break it all down. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday trivia question. How many consecutive 100-yard games did Lions Hall of Famer running back Barry Sanders have in 1997? And I will have the answer later on the podcast. It's week 7 of the 2019 NFL regular season. The Browns are on a bye week this week, along with Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, and Carolina. But the Browns are preparing and getting ready for the matchup against Tom Brady and the undefeated Patriots next Sunday in Week 8. And I feel we need to beat the Patriots next week because we need to go to 3-5, not actually 3-4, not 2-5. So we got to beat the Patriots next week, boys. So really work hard at practice this week, boys, because I know you're gonna be. Now, as you may have heard, there is a story in the NFL. I think it came in yesterday. Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield was fined $12,500 for his comments about officiating. Ian Rappaport from NFL Network shared this news on Twitter Saturday, saying the decision came on the heels of last Sunday's game against the Seattle Seahawks. The Browns lost 32-28. Some fans have complained about the official calls on the fields, arguing that they favored the Seahawks. That they favored the Seahawks. Now, Mayfield has some opinions of his own, which he made public during a press conference. And he said, and I quote, "I'll probably get fined for saying this, but it was pretty bad out there," he said at the time. Excuse me. Mayfield hasn't issued any kind of public statement as of yet. But we've had plenty of game action today in Week 7 of the NFL regular season. And I'm going to tell you my picks of the week, and also my brother-in-law's picks of the week. For this week, we both took Kansas City and Denver because we took the Chiefs. They won Thursday night. And I'll break that down in just a moment. We both took the Giants. We were playing Arizona today. We both took the Indianapolis Colts, my brother-in-law and I. We both took the Buffalo Bills. And I took Detroit. He took Minnesota to beat the Lions. And we both took Green Bay. We both took Jacksonville. I took Atlanta. He took the Rams. And then we both took San Francisco. And we both taken the Chargers. And we both taken Seattle and Chicago. Oh, I took Dallas, and he took Philadelphia. So we do have three that we do not agree on. So hopefully I can win that one. But and I've also taken a win for tomorrow night's game between the Pats and Jets. So those are basically our picks of the week, and I want to break down the scores from today. First, starting with the game from Thursday night, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Denver Broncos 30-6 at Sports Authority Field in Denver, Colorado. Patrick Mahomes went out in the second quarter with 10 minutes to go with a dislocated kneecap injury. He's going to have an MRI done on that. He will be out for at least a few weeks, but he got the game ball along with Tyreek Hill. The Green Bay Packers beat the Oakland Raiders 42-24 at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdown passes, and he had 23 of 19 carries and attempts, and 241 yards. I give the game ball to Aaron Rodgers. It goes to him. The St. Louis Rams beat the Atlanta Falcons to go to I think 5-2, I believe, and the Falcons fall to 1-6 as they lose to the Rams 37-10 at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And I took Atlanta and lost on that one. My brother-in-law took the Rams, so that was one that he beat me on, so he won on that one. The San Francisco 49ers beat the Washington Redskins at rainy FedEx Field in Washington in a low-scoring affair, 9-0. And I, by far, because there was only one TD pass, I got to give it to Jimmy Garoppolo, the game ball. So, the Redskins just fall again to 1-6. So, the Indianapolis Colts beat the Houston Texans 30-23 at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, 30-23, and the Texans had chances, but they just couldn't do it. So I give the game ball to Jacoby Brissett. So he gets the game ball by far in this one today. And the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and they remain winless. The Bengals 27-17, and I give it to Gardner Minshew. The second, I give the game ball to him because he had 2 touchdown passes today, and Leonard Ferrante as well. I give it to him. And the Arizona Cardinals upset the New York Giants 27-21, and they go to 3-3-1, and the Giants fall to 2-5, and I got to give it to Kyler Murray. I have to give the game ball to him. Rounding out the early games, the Buffalo Bills took care of the Miami Dolphins to keep them winless, 31-21, and I have to give it to Josh Allen. The game ball goes to you, Josh Allen, and there's one other player that gets one too. I can't remember his name, but Josh Allen, you get the game ball by far, and so by far they sorry about that. I was texting my brother-in-law because we only have 2 games that we don't agree on. So that was when I lost on. The Cardinals won We both lost on that one, and I give the game ball to Josh Allen by far. So we'll talk about the late games in just a moment. But first, it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday trivia question. How many consecutive 100-yard games did Lions Hall of Famer Barry Sanders have in 1997? And if you said 14, you are correct. Sanders' greatest season came in 1997 when he compiled an NFL record 14 consecutive 100-yard games, including two 200-yard performances en route to rushing for 2,053 yards. I'll have another trivia question on my next broadcast, which will be tomorrow for my Monday Night Football game podcast, so stay tuned for that. The Chargers and Titans are at halftime, and they're tied at 10 apiece, 10-10, and it's up at LP Field in Nashville. Excuse me. And the Seattle Seahawks are up 10-6 on the Baltimore Ravens, and believe they're at halftime right now, or late in the second quarter. The Bears are up on the Saints 10-9 right now, and I think they're late in the second quarter or at halftime. And the Eagles and Cowboys will play tonight on Sunday Night Football, and the Patriots and Jets tomorrow night on Monday Night Football. And the Cowboys will play in Eagles AT&T Stadium in Big D and MetLife Stadium for the Patriots Jets in New York. I feel the Saints and Bears game is going to be a low-scoring affair with it being at Soldier Field in Chicago, so we'll see what happens. I think it's really going to be a low-scoring affair, though. So, but right now, because I also lost on the Vikings-Detroit game, my brother-in-law won on that one. I am 6-3 right now on my picks so far this week, and so and my brother-in-law is 8-1, so it's looking like he may win the picks this week, but we shall see. So that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 early games post-game show and late games pre-game / late second quarter halftime show. I'll be back with the late games post-game show once all three of the late afternoon games have concluded. And it will also be the Sunday night football pregame show. And when I do that one, that's going to be something special that I'm going to announce on that one. And I will announce that to you very later when I do the late games post-game show, Sunday night football game preview. And it's regarding the podcast that I have on. This was my 299th one, so when I get to this one, I'll be announcing a very big number when I do that podcast. So I'm not going to announce it right now, but I think you can figure out what that number is when I say 299. So, but until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.